So my vacations are over, and now I gotta go back to prison, or what others call it, college.
Why didn't you just drop out if you hate it so much?
That's not an option for me. I'm already too far gone to drop at this point. It could be that I have a hard time learning stuff I'm not interested in, or maybe it could be that I get lazy and procrastinate. But every time I'm in college, I just suffer so much. Okay, that's an exaggeration. I did like some classes a lot, like 3D and drawing logos and marketing. And I did have a class with my closest friends one time, and that class was so fun. I really did enjoy going to classes that semester. Los extraño, chicos. But obviously, in college, there's a lot of reading and researching, and guys, I just like to draw, okay? Like, I don't freaking care what kind of typography goes well with a pet store. Like, I don't care for that. I just wanna draw all day, to be honest. Okay, but in all seriousness, learning things is important. Like, if I didn't go to college, I would just be rotting in my bed all day. But even though learning is necessary, some teachers make it so hard to like the class. So now I'm going to talk about the worst teacher I have, because, yeah, I still have classes with her. I don't really remember the first time I had classes with this teacher. I just remember that people told me that she's really strict and mean. And okay, having a strict teacher sucks, but there are really good ones. Like this teacher, let's call her Mrs. C. She's really, really strict, but she takes time out of her day to really teach you and make sure you understand something. But this other teacher, like if you have a question after class, she will literally tell you to off. Like one time I had to get her like 4 sketches, but there was one in particular that I really wanted to do. And she chose the worst one. Like I specifically made that the ugly one. Like I did it on purpose. So when I told her if I could do the one I thought looked better, she literally told me,
¿Para qué me das 4 bocetos entonces? Te dije que es ese y punto.
like, bitch, I had to send you 4 sketches. What you want me to do? And yeah, okay, some teachers have their own rules and whatever, but she's really mean. And I'm not the only one that says that. Let me explain. So at the beginning of the year, I was in this class called brand research or something like that. And I knew from that moment when it was going to be with her that it was going to be tough. At first, things seemed fine. Some lectures, slideshows, write down notes, the usual. But then came the first assignment. We got paired up and assigned a brand to redesign. Before we even got to the design part, we had to do a ton of research, like actual research. Like write-ups, market analysis, branding breakdowns, the whole academic nightmare. Now, I already struggle with that kind of stuff. I'm not the best at writing super formal documents or finding research at all. But I tried. We both tried. The worst part, she never actually explained what she wanted. There was a rubric, of course, but she didn't explain at all what they meant. It was like she expected us to know what was going inside her head. And if you wanted to ask a question, you could only do it during a specific time. Not before, not after, not even by an email. Just that one time, or good luck, I guess. So we turned our first assignment, feeling unsure but hoping for the best. And then we saw our grade 20 out of 100. Huh? We were shocked. I mean, really? 20 out of 100? And guys, I'm not exaggerating. We were not the only one. Like, no one passed that assignment at all. I think just one group. But it didn't matter. She was not going to change the grades. I cried so much that day. I felt like I had failed something bigger than just an assignment. From that point on, everything went downhill. Every single thing we submitted had something wrong with it. Every time we tried to improve, we just ended up more confused. We had tried asking for feedback, but every time she said something, it made zero sense. And for this next part, I'm not exaggerating. I would go home after class and cry almost every single day. I felt so dumb, and I was so behind, and I thought I was going to be stuck there forever. But I kept going because there was no way I was going to retake that class with her again. But then came the most unhinged and most chaotic assignment I have ever received in my life. She asked for 400 sketches. 400! Like, be for real. I can barely come up with 30 decent ideas. Now she wants 400? But no one said anything out loud because we were so terrified of her. Everyone knew if she didn't like you, she had the power to absolutely wreck your grade. And clearly, she didn't like us. Somehow, and I mean barely, we had made it to the finals. My classmate and I worked our asses off. I was the one printing everything for the presentation. We both did the designs and we double checked everything. We followed every instruction she gave us. We walked into the final presentation relieved. We thought that it was over. She even looked at it beforehand and told us that it was good enough. So yeah, we felt confident and not in a cocky way, just hopeful. And a few hours later, we got a grade. 6 out of 100. 6! And the worst part, she wasn't even the one grading. It was graded by other teachers. When we asked them why we failed, they told us straight up that it was trash. And one of them told us that it literally looked like shit. And we said that she was the one to approve everything. The logo, the layout, the font, everything. And she was right there. And when the teachers asked her what's up, she just told us that she was really disappointed in us. Girl, what? You're the one telling us to do it like that. What the fuck? It made no sense. We were so angry and confused and so hurt. They told us there was nothing else they can do, and we begged for a second chance. They gave us 4 days to redo everything from scratch. We did everything from scratch. I even paid my friends to help me because we couldn't do that shit alone. We stayed up late every night, and my laptop literally crashed a minute before the deadline. But we submitted it, and somehow we passed. After that, I was venting to my friend because she was literally there. I was telling her all the shit that I went through, and then she tells me, yeah, you're not crazy. My friend is one of her favorite students, and that teacher told her that if she didn't like someone, she would find a way to fail them. So yeah, turns out the rumors were true. And she also told me that if one of her favorite students was struggling, she would do the entire work for them. Now do you get why no one likes her? I wish I were the only one, but every single person that I have talked to has some kind of story about this teacher. And look, I know school or college can be hard. Some classes are tough, and that's normal. But some teachers go out of the way to make it harder, to make us feel small and stupid. Like we don't belong there. But trust me, you're not dumb at all, and you do belong there. Learning is fun, so please, if you're meet a teacher like this, don't let them destroy your love for learning. Some teacher or some grade doesn't define your worth. And remember to keep learning and doing the stuff that you love, no matter what. Okay, you might be wondering why didn't I go complain about this teacher? Well, the reason is that the program director is very close friends with her and always makes excuses for her. But don't worry, I know where to complain now. It's like the student's counselor or something like that. So this semester won't be like the last one. So wish me luck, and I'll promise I'll keep uploading videos at least once a month. And thank you for watching, guys.